Okay, good morning. The recording is started. And then thank you so much for coming back. Today is day 3 of our online chess camp. So a couple of announcements. One, if you have not signed up for the Friday tournament, please go ahead and then sign up. Please ask your mom or dad. They should have got an email from me. If they've signed up, then you're good. You're all set. If you have not signed up, this may be a good opportunity for you to sign up, okay? That way we really want to see what all we are all learning every day, how we are going to be using those, what we learn in our camp, in the camp, in the tournament. And we'll also have an opportunity sometime next week or week after next to review your games. We'll set up some time with you all to review your games because we really want to make sure that you all can become good chess players going forward. Okay, so with that, I'm going to be turning this to Coach Jacob so he can start the day 3. Okay, Coach Jacob, it's all yours.
Hi, good morning. Yeah, okay. So,
Good morning.
Yeah, did you have time to do the assignment? I went a little late, but yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so those who didn't do, I will give you one more time. I will review it tomorrow. All right, I want you to solve it along with the assignment which I sent today. And so I'm not reviewing what I sent yesterday. We'll do that tomorrow, right?
I wrote the observations. I wrote the observations down on a paper.
Very good. Keep it with you. We'll do it tomorrow. All right. Keep it safe. Let everybody do it, and then we'll review it tomorrow and see where if you found the right variation, if you missed something, whatever. All right. So we'll do that tomorrow. Today we're starting with where we left off. Right. A little bit about openings and what you can do, what you shouldn't do, what you have to look for, and all those stuff. So yesterday, what are the openings we saw?
Budapest.
Budapest Gambit, yes, and then?
Scotch.
Okay, and then? What was the main one? We saw 3 games in an opening. Started with E4, C6. Does anybody remember?
Controlling the center.
No, name of the opening. Something like Budapest, something like Scotch. It starts with the letter C.
Karaoke.
That's right.
Excellent.
Excellent. Okay, so that's the opening we saw. We saw 3 games in Karaoke yesterday. And different ways of what happens, right? So today we're going to go, we'll go with one more of Scotch, right? E4, E5, knight F3, knight C6. We'll go D4, E to D4, bishop C4, right? So this is a line where white gives away a pawn so that he can develop his pieces and start attacking. Yeah? So knight F6, castle, bishop C5, did we see this yesterday? Do you remember this?
It was.
Yeah? Everybody remembers this? Yeah? So what happens after this? I'm just checking out whether you remember, whether you saw the recording, whether you follow.
You take knight and then you take bishop.
All right,
right?
and then? And then what happens?
Oh yeah, you move your queen to check.
You move the queen to check or rook to check?
Rook.
Rook.
Yeah, rook.
And then what happens?
The king has to move, or it can be blocked by another.
How can we block?
No.
Bishop or the knight.
Right.
Using, I think.
Oh, I remember what happened next.
You have to use the queen. I think the queen was the best one.
No, it was the rook. I think it was the rook.
It was the rook.
No, it was the queen because then the knight can defend.
No. Okay, what happens here?
We killed the pawn.
Now we attack
No.
the bishop.
Captured. We captured.
Here the best move was to put your queen on d6, but black played move h6, and then the game ended quickly. Yeah? You remember
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
What happens now? Why is h6 a mistake? Where is the free piece? I want you to think again. We did this yesterday, but still I want you to think again. And write down the two moves after which black loses a piece for sure.
Should we put it in the chat?
Yep. Okay. I've got your reply, Ariman.
I replied.
Yeah, I saw. It's okay.
I replied to.
I only have to look at it a little. I'm not saying your answer is wrong, right? Your answer is good. I'm not saying it's wrong, right? But just have to see the continuation which you have written, because there seems to be a slight. You haven't seen it completely. That's what I would say. I would not say it's wrong, but your reply is illegal, right? So your move for white is okay. I'm not saying it's wrong, but the reply by black is illegal. Raghav, I'm waiting for yours. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on.
I sent in my message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the move?
Knight x e6.
So there are 3 moves possible. All of them are good, right? So we'll go with the last one, which is Raghav's. Knight x e6, because both the queen and the bishop are attacked and you've already captured a piece. And if f takes e6, now what do you do? Raghav, your turn. You have to say. Just tell me. What if f takes e6?
The pawn captures the other pawn on g7.
You think that's the best move possible? Is there something much better than that?
Yeah.
Is there something better than that?
Yeah. The
What is
rook
a better?
captures the pawn.
I'm saying, okay, rook captures the pawn. Is there something much better than that?
Mm,
Keep looking, keep looking, keep looking.
and queen to h5.
All right, okay. So I will put the coordinates on. All right. Which of these is the best move? So you've given me 3 moves. One is pawn takes on g7. The second is rook takes on e6. The third is queen to h5. Which one of these is right? Which one of these is the best one?
Queen to h5.
Raghav?
I think rook to e6 because then you can make a check and then you can take your bishop out and then
That's too long a procedure, right? Just check again, right? Just think again.
Yeah.
You had 3 options.
I think
Looked at
queen to
all-
h5 is better.
Yeah, that's the best option.
yeah.
Why, Raghav, do you see why queen to h5 is better? The other two are saying that queen to h5 is better. Now, do you see why queen h5 is better?
I
Why
know
is it better? Why is it better?
because you can capture the bishop.
So that's the point. So what you're doing, you're basically attacking 2 pieces with a check, right? One queen attacks the king with a check, but also attacking the bishop on c5. So the king has to go here. Now the whole point is this: I can now capture on g7, right? And when the king captures, now I can take this piece. So okay, so that's one. All right. I saw another one which was rook takes e6. All right.
No, it was the pawn. It was that pawn.
No, I know. So somebody else had written rook takes e6. All right.
Me.
And after the bishop captures, you can still do this. You get back the same position, very similar one, right?
Yeah.
But the point is after queen d6 or queen into f6, okay, now you get the piece back, okay? And if queen d6, then you have a whole lot of things you can do. One of them is give a check. And when the king goes here, can ideally give a check. The king goes here, you can capture this, and then you have a lot of materials to play with, right? So that's also good, right? And then we saw knight f7, which is also good because after chess, I can go queen check, forcing the king out into the open.
Then we can take a bishop and put it here.
Yeah, you can take the bishop. Yeah, but the point here is you have a lot of material, but you count the material, it's still equal. But white is still better because the king is out in the middle, right? But the best of the lot was knight into e6 and knight into f7 are clearly better, right? Knight into e6 is much better than all the other moves, right? So this is what happens, right? You get into a position, you have a lot of choices, but you'll have to think and see which of them is actually good and takes you to the finish. Yeah. I know I'm pushing you to think more than one move, two move, which you are used to. But the point is, the more you see these, you will understand how you can attack and how to finish off a winning position. To win a winning position is very hard in chess. You generally makes mistakes in a position where you think you're winning. Right? That's a usual mistake we all tend to make. Right? So we'll go to the next one. Right? Now we're going to go another opening, which is called the French. Right? So it starts with E4, E6, D4, D5. Very similar to Caro-Can, like I told yesterday. But the only difference is here the bishop on C8 takes a lot of time to get into play, right? So knight D2 is called the Tarrasch variation of the French defense. Knight F6, bishop D3, C5. So black basically opens the center. Now we go E5. So where should the knight go?
G4.
Okay. Ion, where should the knight go?
Maybe C4.
I'm asking about the black knight. Is attacked after the pawn goes to E5.
It should go to G4.
G4. Naga, where should the knight go?
The right move.
Black knight is attacked. Black knight on F6 is attacked. Where should it go?
G4.
Because the other two told, or because you're looking at it?
Actually, maybe
Wait.
E4.
You don't tell what others say, right? That's the reason why I don't allow people to talk. Ask them to put it on chat because it influences the others. Would you go knight G4? Rakam, can you look at the board and tell me is knight G4 a good move? What do you have for breakfast?
No.
What did you have?
Queen is going to actually capture the knight.
So why did you say knight G4 then?
Maybe he can go. Ooh, H5.
The same thing, right? Queen will capture, right?
No, do E4.
E4
Knight
you lose a
E4.
pawn, right? Knight E4 you lose a pawn, right?
You also the knight will capture the knight.
Yeah, knight captures knight, pawn captures knight, and then bishop captures.
So the only place it has to go to G8.
It can go to G8. It can also go to D7.
No, right.
Okay, the idea of going to D, yeah. After the idea of going to D7 is after some time when the bishop moves out from F8, you can castle. The knight goes to G8, you will not be able to castle. So C3, defending the pawn. Knight C6, knight E2. Knight F3 is actually a better move, but knight E2 is still okay. Bishop E7. All the pieces are getting developed. You see that, right? So knight goes to F3. Castle. D6. H4. Basically not allowing the bishop to come to G5. That's the idea. And rook F8. Can you tell me what is the next move white can play?
Bishop to H7. No.
What?
Bishop to G7.
Bishop H7, not G7.
Bishop to
light
G7.
square? No, G7 is a dark square. How do you capture the G7?
Wait, no. Wait a minute. No, H7, I mean.
Okay,
H7.
what's the idea?
Push the king out into the open.
All right, and what if I capture?
That's the idea. You want the king to capture.
You want the king to capture, right? So what if bishop king f8?
Get rid of your. I don't know.
Oh, maybe knight.
Wait.
Yeah, move your knight there. Move your knight.
there. Move your knight.
Where?
No, I'll type it in. I'll type it in.
G6.
F knight. F.
Yeah,
Move it to G6.
G6.
Yeah, G6.
Right.
You guys just told it because I told it.
No.
All right. Okay,
No, but
okay.
I told it first.
All right. Both of you are not right. Okay. So, okay. The point is this: you go knight g6. Okay. So I'll tell you what. Right. You go knight g6. I have to capture. All right. And if you capture, you just capture here. All right. All I can do is I can just maybe I can capture with this, all right, and then get away with it, right? I will just
And you can
sacrifice the
capture the
piece.
rook.
You can capture the rook, very good. See, the point is this. This is what I actually want, right? So you can capture the rook. I captured, but I got away from all the mates, right? There is no more a mate threat. I've just lost an exchange, all right? I just lost an exchange, but I still have all of this. I can still play. But black is bad, but black is not losing immediately, right? So what does black do here? Black actually goes knight g5. And what is the threat?
Pawn.
What is white threatening here?
The pawn.
Which
And the
pawn?
other pawn.
Which pawn?
The pawn on e6 and the other pawn on f7.
Yeah. So the idea is I'm trying to capture the pawn and then try to give a checkmate. Okay, so the threat is this. Like just say, I'll just show you a dummy move, all right? So I'll go here, and when you capture, I give a check. When the king goes out, I try to give a mate. Yeah? You can't capture this because
Capture rook.
now
No, mate. It's
Where?
over. Mate on E5.
you have to tell the square properly, Arya.
F5.
Which piece goes to f5?
Queen.
What if the bishop goes to f5?
The king can just move back
Where?
to F7.
Can
Or
it go to
even d6.
Can it go to d6? Can it go to f7? After the bishop goes here, you think the king can go to those two squares?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
No. Wait.
Take
No.
your time. Take your time.
No.
Take your time. This
Can't.
Ayan, you following? See, the point is you give either move your bishop to f5 or move your queen to f5. This is still a mate because the king can't go to d6 because of the pawn. The king can't go to f7 because of the queen. And the king can't go to f6. Right? So that's basically the whole idea. Yeah. So I am threatening mate with knight into e6. Okay. So how does white defend this? How does black try to defend this? It is a lost position, but you're still trying to do something savage.
Oh wait, you take the knight on d7 and move it to f6. The black knight.
It still doesn't help, right? Okay, so your idea is knight to f6. Okay. Right. You're saying knight to f6.
Yeah.
And what if I capture this?
Oh. Then it's no use.
Hmm?
And it's no use.
Yeah. Okay. Not that it's no use, but yeah, you lose a piece straight away, right? You can still do this. And when you capture, I give a check, and then I'm threatening mate in a couple of moves. Yeah? Yeah? Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like a losing position for black, right?
Yeah.
Black cannot
Yeah.
come back.
So black is trying to do something which is capture on G5. FT capture. Now what is the move? Raghav? Raghav, what's white's winning move here? Can you just type it in? Yeah, type it in, please.
Okay.
Type it in. Look for a winning move for white. Good. Aryaman has got it right. Good. Can you think of a better move, Ayan?
Okay.
Raghav, you were there, but you could have played the second move straight away, than playing one move and then doing it. I will just show you. You got the idea right, but you don't need to make the first move to do that. So,
Okay.
you can think of what you've written. Second move directly wins the piece. Yeah. See that? I'm not telling anything. I'm just giving you this. Ayan, you wanted to have another try?
Okay.
Yeah, Aryaman, I got it. Yeah. I'll give you another minute, Ayan.
Oh,
It's easy, right? It's easy.
I got it.
But
But
you got it, Ayan?
yeah, wait, I'm typing it.
You just tell me, no problem. Both others have already given the answer. You can tell it. That's right. Should go knight to e6, give a check. Two things happen. One, you're forking, but even if this gets captured, you get the queen for free.
Whoa.
Yeah? Raghav, got it? You don't have to go queen f3 before you go knight e6. Just go knight into e6 because the knight is not only forking with a check, but also the bishop is attacking. You get a discovered attack on the queen. So you're learning a lot of things. You're learning a discovered attack. You're learning a
I know
fork.
discovered attack already.
Good, but still you need to have. See, the point is you know a lot of techniques, but you should know to put them to use when you're playing a game. Yeah. Learning it as an exercise, doing puzzles is one thing, but using the same when you play a game is completely different ballgame because you need to have the presence of mind to use that when you're playing, and that's what helps you win games, right? The reason why you do these exercises, learn these techniques are basically to make use of them when you're playing a game. Everybody knows what a double check is. Everybody knows what a fork is. Everybody knows what a pin is. And you also know how to do pin, how to put pressure on pins. You know all of those things. But the point is, if you're not able to use them when you're playing a game, it's as good as knowing on a book, but not on practical. Not helping you basically. Right? So I would want, the reason why I'm stressing all these techniques, even though you know are, is that basically that you will be able to put to use when you're playing the game. Yeah? You want to say something? Okay. So the other possible move, right? Which is knight f6. Okay. Now what happens?
You take on e6.
Yeah. We saw this, right?
Yeah.
Good. We'll go to the next one. Right. It's still the same opening, the same patterns, everything remains the same, except that where am I? So we're going to opening called Petrov, right? It's also known as the Russian opening or the Russian defense, right? Does anybody know what a Petrov is? No? No? Okay. So you go e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6. Basically, black imitates every move white does until a certain point. So knight into e5, knight into e4, queen e2, queen e7, capture this. Now black cannot copy the same move, right? What should black play here? How does black get the piece back? How does the black piece wins the piece back?
Pawn to d6
Why is that?
to threaten the knight.
And can I move the knight?
Yeah. Yeah.
What happens if the knight moves?
You can take the queen.
That's right. The knight is pinned, right? The other to understand. So you have a position here where the queen is looking at the king with two pieces in between. So what I do, I attack the first piece which is pinned, which is the knight. The knight can't be moved, knight can't go anywhere to support the queen on e4. Because if you move the knight, you lose the queen, right? If you move the queen, I will still be able to win the knight because it is a perfect pin, right? You know what a perfect pin is, right? Does anybody know? You know what a perfect pin is?
Perfect pin.
Yeah.
I know.
A perfect pin is when the piece which is pinned,
Yeah.
the piece behind the pinned piece is a king, right? If you pin a piece which is in front of a king, that's called an absolute pin.
Yeah.
Okay, so perfect pin or an absolute pin is basically when the king happens to be
Yeah.
on the same, pin. The king is pinned with another piece. Yeah, so
Yeah.
So I go d4, defending the knight, right? f6, more attack. Now what should white play?
White should move the pawn on what?
No,
F2 to F4
No,
maybe.
no.
no.
Okay, fine, right? So you're basically getting more pieces there. Now what should you do?
Wait, is it black to play or white?
White to play. Now black played knight d7. After
Take
f4,
the
black
knight.
put. You can't take
Oh,
the
yeah.
The
knight.
knight.
You take the knight, you lose the queen.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You got to be very, very careful. Very careful. Raghav, what happened? What did you have for breakfast today? Still so glum. Wake up! Come on.
I woke up so early today. That's
I know that. I can see it. It's still so warming up. Come on, tell me the move. You can do it. What would you play as white? What would you play as white? Doesn't have to be. You just have to develop your pieces. That's the best way to play chess, right? So
Okay, so
I developed my knight to c3. The idea of what is the idea of knight c3?
It's
Develop?
to develop your knight.
Yeah, but why do I develop the knight before I develop the other two pieces? Why and why?
Because it's a special piece. It can go like over other pieces maybe.
Yeah, good. The point is the knight c3 defends the queen. Now I can move the knight if you don't capture. And then my queen is defended. There is a piece supporting my queen. Yeah? So black is now forced to capture. How I go knight? So what should black play now?
Queen e6.
You have to think before you make a move. Moves like these are the ones which
Adam.
gets. Yeah.
Black should move the knight on d7 to c5, attacking the queen.
Okay, I'll give you two. I'll give you the answer for both of these moves which you told. This queen here, e6, is a blunder
yeah.
because why is queen e6 a blunder?
You can move up the pawn.
No, Raghav, why is queen e6 a blunder?
It's because
Keep the pencil down. Don't eat the pencil. If you're hungry, ask your mom to get you something. Yeah. Good boy.
I'm not eating the pencil.
I see it close to your mouth. So I thought you're hungry, thinking it's some soup stick
Oh,
or something.
there's a fork between the knight and the king and the queen.
That's the reason you have to be careful when you move a coin. Right? Think twice to do it. Queen e6 allows knight c7 to fork both the pieces and you lose the queen. Yeah. And Aryaman said knight c5, which looks good, but again you're giving away. I'm sorry. Ion said knight c5, but then you're giving away a knight for free because I can just capture it. So what's the move? Where can the queen go? That's the point. Your queen is threatened. You need to move your queen.
I got my answer.
What is it?
Queen b4. Giving up
You
check.
see? Is that fine?
No,
Is it okay that you give the queen for free?
No, queen d6.
Queen b4, Raghav.
Oh.
Knight on d5 would capture it. Yeah?
What about queen d6?
Queen d6 is okay. That's a move. All right. Now what should white play? How does white finish the game?
Oh, you move the queen, the white queen to g6, attacking the king.
There is a pawn on h7, Ayan. You're just
Okay.
leaving away a piece for free. You got to be very careful with all these things. It's important to attack, but you can't give away pieces. There is a loose piece on the board, yes, but you have to be very, very careful.
Knight e6.
Knight can't go to e6, right? Knight is on d5. So,
Knight to f6.
so basically what I do is I capture the pawn. I just capture all the pawns, right? Yeah. The point is, what happens if knight captures the pawn? What happens if knight captures the pawn?
Oh wait. Just a check. Wait.
There's
We
if
can move.
knight does c7, then
Hey, that's what I was going to
the
say.
rook. Black loses a rook.
Hey,
No, queen can capture the c7, right?
Oh
Queen
yeah.
can capture on c7. That's not the move. Why in knight e5 not a good move?
Oh, it's pin.
Oh, that means
You need to
if
attack
knight-
the. You have to attack it with one more piece, and then the knight can't be defended.
Bishop to f4.
Bishop to f4, right? That's the move. And now this piece can't be defended. Yeah? Get it?
yeah. Wait, the
Yeah.
queen's right there though.
Huh?
The queen is right there. It can defend.
But there are two
No,
pieces
but there are two
attacking.
attackers.
There are two attackers and only one defender, right? So the only move which black can think of is to play something like this, attacking the bishop, attacking the knight. But all I need to do is just move it back. Now the knight is again pinned with this. Okay, so you move the knight, you lose the queen, and whatever you make a move, I will capture this, and then I think I'm safe. Yeah, get it? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So you know why knight e5 is not good.
Yeah.
So you go queen c6. Now what is the winning move?
You can move the pawn up.
Okay, pawn to e6 is a good move. Anything else that comes to mind?
You can move the knight on d5 to f6. Wait, no, because there's a pawn there.
Pawn there, knight there, a lot of pieces defending it. Yes. Raghav,
what?
what is the move white should play here?
Oh, wait.
Pawn e6.
Pawn e6 is a good move. Other than pawn e6, do you have any other move? Ayan, Aryaman,
Maybe-
let's see him. Yeah?
Maybe you could move the bishop on c1 to g5.
Good. That's a good thing. Is there anything else which comes to mind?
Maybe bishop to c4.
Okay, good. So you have three moves. No, what's wrong? Good. Nothing wrong.
Nothing.
Why do you go bishop b5?
No, but that gives away the bishop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's not defended.
Yeah. Is that a good move, Raghav?
No.
Why is that a good move? Does the queen not capture the bishop? Is it the
Oh yeah,
queen
then it's a fork. Then it's a fork. Oh yeah, then it's a fork.
So the point is,
Oh.
it's all about pins and forks in this, right? You see so much amount of pins,
Triple
so much
attack.
amount of.
It's a triple attack.
Yeah, so much, it's a family fork, right? So, yeah. So in this one single game, you see so much amount of pins, so much amount of forks, and it keeps coming. It just keeps coming, one after the other, one after the other. No, you got to look at these things, right? This is what ideally makes a brilliant player, right? A good player to a brilliant player basically upgrades you to the next level is if you can see all of these. Before making a move, make sure you see all of this. And if you're able to visualize at least a move or two ahead, think of attacks, and then you know the tactics. You know what a pin is, you know what a fork is, you know what a family fork is, you know what a skewer is, you know what an extra attack is, you know all of that. Use that in a game. That's what makes you a champion. The champions are made out of these. Take out a normal position and take it to the next level. That's the brilliancy of it, right? You get the whole idea? So
Yeah.
bishop b5, there's only one move possible, queen c5. And now can you find a way to win the queen?
Bishop to c. No, bishop to e3.
Bishop e3.
Yeah. But then that would result in the white king getting in check because the black king can just capture the free.
No. The bishop can be captured, but then the queen captures it again.
Yeah, because it has two supports. One with the knight, one with the queen.
That's it. It's well defended piece, right? And the queen is trapped. Okay, right in front, the middle of the board, all because black did not develop
Their pieces.
any of his
Yeah,
minor
you
pieces.
have to develop your pieces.
The whole game is coming out because black does not develop his pieces on the right square.
She only
does not develop his pieces.
Queen. That's the thing.
That's the point. The queen is out in the middle and all by itself it gets trapped, right?
It's
And
because
all the
it
technique
doesn't have
is,
any helpers. It doesn't have
that's
any helpers.
right, that's right. It's so sad that the queen is all by itself and pieces which are supposed to be out are all sleeping inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
This
playing
is
the
this
back
is this
bench.
is the reason. This
They're
is the
playing
reason
in
why.
the bench.
Very good. This is the reason why you need to develop your pieces in the right square in the openings, so that you don't get into a position like this and suffer because you're not able to defend properly. And the other thing important, if your opponent does not know and you get a position like this, these kinds of games which you keep seeing more and more and more, you will understand why you're learning all these tactics like what is a pin, what are the different kinds of pin, how to exploit a pin, how to get out of a pin, all these things which you should learn, which you will learn, all right? As Balaji said yesterday, after the session is over, he's going to allow you to use the chess program which ChessKidsNation has called Think Like a King, which will allow you to, which will teach you all of these in a more refined, more better manner. And then when you do that exercises, read those lessons, and come back and see this game again, you will understand even more why you're doing things, why you're learning certain things. We learn a lot of things, but when you put that into use in the game, is when the goal satisfaction is. I know what a pin is, and I use the pin to win a game. I know what a fork is. I fork my opponent to win a game. I know what a family fork is, and I had an option to go do that. these are things which gives a huge satisfaction, because whatever you learn, you put to use, and then you win because of that, right? That makes a complete way of handling things and doing. Then you understand why you're learning all these things, why you have to spend time to learn more of a lot of techniques and other stuff, right? So we'll go to the next lesson, right? Next game, right? Another interesting one, right? This opening is called the Alekhine, right? The Alekhine is e4, knight f6, right? e5, knight d5. Okay, so the knight f6 is also a variation in this. The main line usually is to put your pawn on d4 and then put your pawn on c4 and then develop, right? So there are different variations to this, but this was one of them which was used long back, basically developing your piece. d6, we go bishop c4. So what will black play here?
Defend with pawn.
Huh?
Defend with pawn.
Nope.
Should black develop one of his pieces and move the bishop on c8 to like f5?
You're losing a piece on d5. Bishop into d5 is a piece lost.
e6. Move the bishop to e6.
Bishop
maybe I
e6.
Maybe I
Bishop
should type
e6 will again lose a piece or get you into a bad position, because my knight will go to g5 and then it's all chaos. Yeah.
I'm just going
Alright.
to send it. I'm just
So what
going
is the move?
to.
In this opening, the general idea is to get your knight to b6 and then get the other knight to c6. And this is the usual way this open is played, right? Okay, so he says you're not developed your piece, I will go attack. Okay. So what should black play?
Hit the bishop.
And then what will white play?
A knight to g5.
What should black play?
Move the king back.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Where?
To e8.
Where?
Or maybe move it to g8.
Yeah.
I will tell you what happens if it goes to g8, but now g8 will lose quickly, all right? g8 will lose quickly because comes.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's the last game.
And the only way to defend it is to put your queen here, but then this will lose again. Or you will lose a piece, right? If you don't capture, then what happens? Where is the mate? Type it out. Type out the answer. White to play and win. White to play and give a checkmate. Write out the answer. We'll see who all gets it right.
wait, isn't it already checkmate because
I don't know. I'm not saying anything. Just write it down. You have an answer. Write it down.
I sent it.
And Raghav, I want a complete thing. What if, yeah, I want a complete answer. What if it gets captured? Aryaman, same with you. I want a complete answer. What if it gets captured? Good. Good, Raghav. Very good, Aryaman. Ayan, what are you thinking? Wake up. Come on.
Come on, think like your brain. Is your mind lost or something?
No. Not the right foot. No. Everybody gets a bad day, right? Everybody gets a bad push. Sometimes you just, your mind freezes. You're thinking of
Oh,
complicated.
brain fart. Your brain farts.
You're
That's right, yes.
overthinking. You're overthinking.
That's right. You have to think simple. You're thinking for hard, long things. Sometimes the easy move is what you miss. Look for the simplest move on the board.
When my dad does Sudoku with me, I think
Yeah. Go ahead.
Move your queen on F3 to F5, maybe?
No, go to F7 straight away.
Okay.
Because if the queen captures, this is checkmate.
yeah.
Oh,
Because
okay.
the king is stuck with all the
Smothered.
pieces. They needed
Smothered
to
mate. Oh my god.
It's because Black didn't develop his pieces.
See, that's the point. That's why he did not go king g8, but he went king g6. Doesn't make a difference. The king is on the road now. Now I go queen f3. The reason I go queen f3 is I don't want the king to go back. Right? That's my idea. So, and I'm threatening a lot of things here. Right? I'm threatening a mate. So now what should white do here? What's the first move white should do here?
Move the
Queen
D2
to
pawn.
A3.
Nope.
Move up the D2 pawn.
No. First thing you do is go queen f7. Make sure the king does not come back. The only piece out in the open is the king, right? You see that black's only piece, sadly, on the fourth rank, is a king and not any of his other pieces.
And also the knight. That's not doing any work.
Yeah, that's basically out of the board, right? As good as it's not been part of anything, right?
Yeah.
So now black tries to do some escape, whatever, tries to develop his piece. Now what should you do? Can you see some mates? What's the first move?
Move up the bishop. The pawn on.
Yeah, go d4, give a check. So now you're forcing the king to go to a corner. Yeah?
Yeah.
And the king goes h5. Now what do you do?
Oh, queen to F3.
Queen to f3, bishop will go to g4. Right? So the idea is queen f3 is defended by bishop g4. So what should you do before that? If you have to stop the bishop from coming to g4, what should you do?
You should
Do queen to f4.
Oh, something
Queen
better than that? Queen to f4, that's a nice idea. What is that? What are you threatening?
the bishop that's gonna move.
G5.
Okay. Yeah, queen g5. How do you stop the queen g5 mate? How does black stop queen g5 mate?
He can't.
He can.
Oh,
There
the
are
pawn.
two.
The pawn.
Which pawn?
The G6 pawn.
You can't push the g6 pawn. Can't push the g6. For Ayan and Raghav, Aryaman is saying g6 to g5. It doesn't help because I can just capture it. So can you
I know.
can you
There's
tell me
a
how
knight on B6. If you move it to
So the idea
to
is
D5.
there's going to be a checkmate here. How do you stop the queen from coming here? Give a checkmate.
No, but if I move it here, isn't it stalemate right now?
Oh, you
No,
have so much of the pieces.
You have to move there first because then it's still a checkmate.
Okay, so how do you stop? What should black play to defend this? At least stop the mate in one.
Bishop to H. No, not that.
Not
That
that.
doesn't help.
Yeah, we can capture.
Come on,
it.
think. See, sometimes you have to think of defensive moves also. There are two moves you can play to stop the queen from giving checkmate in g5. Right? That's the first thing. That's the first way to get out of trouble.
Bishop to h6.
Bishop h6 is queen into h6 and then it's a mate in 1.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I thought that was wrong.
Okay, so bishop h6 doesn't work. Is there any other move? Is there some other way you can stop the queen from going to g5?
Pawn h6.
Pawn h6. Good. I will just go what's wrong with e6, which is another move, which stops the queen to go here. But the problem with e6 is after this move, g4 check, the king has to come here and this is checkmate. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay, black plays h6.
Oh.
Goes h6. Now can you find a win for white? What should white play?
Queen.
Pawn to g4.
It does not work now because bishop g4 is a move.
Oh.
You need to make sure that g4 square is defended before you push the pawn.
Pawn to f3.
Don't pawn to f3, but push the pawn to h3. Yeah?
Yeah.
And what if g5? Now,
Move the queen to g. No. Move the queen to g4.
Yeah.
bishop will capture, right?
Oh yeah.
Take your time. Don't see that's a basic mistake you're making. You want to answer first. You're not thinking and making wrong moves, right? So take your time. Always take your time. Think
Oh, I found
once.
I
Type it.
found it.
Type
Pawn
it.
to g. Pawn to.
Type, put pawn check. No. I want you to put it on check.
Okay. All right.
I want you to think properly. We'll see who gets it. Who gets the first right answer, right? Okay. This is a forced mate in 2.
I sent it to you.
That is still not the right one, Raghav. You have to find the mate in 2 because this is a move which black will play. Can you find? All I want you to do is take your time, think, and find the mate in 2. There are 2 move mate on the board. 2 checks and it's a mate. Let me put it that way.
Oh.
Yeah. We have to like private chatter.
Yeah, you got it? Got it? Find the mate in 2. There is a 2 move checkmate. 2 checks and it's a mate by force.
I sent mine.
Set mine.
Good, Ariman, you got it right. Very good. Now the rest of you.
I set mine.
I said mine.
You got to write your squares right, Ayan. Right. So,
Okay.
and Raghav also the same. You got to think before you make a move. Right. Your first move, you're giving away a piece for free.
Oh. Mm.
No, I'm doing the working on myself.
I sent it. The one on top is not right. I didn't write the
The
problem.
second one is also not right. Okay, so Ayan has got it right. And then Raymond has got it right. Raghav, I'll give you one more chance. Take your time, think, find the mate in two. I'll give you one more minute. Yeah. Yeah, good. So queen f7 forces the king to go to h4 and g3 is checkmate. Yeah?
Yeah.
You see that the king has taken a huge walk down the board to get checkmated in the other half of the board when all the other black pieces happen
Or
to
not
be
developed.
on the
Yeah.
position here. So there is no
They've been way
point.
too lazy.
He only developed his knight and his pawns, but he didn't use it that much.
That's
Like
it.
he just developed it and then he left it.
Wait. Oh,
So the idea is this: if you select an opening to play, you have to know how to play it right, and not goof up in the middle. What happens usually, right? You have to be very careful, right? All he had to do was when that bishop went to c4, he should have captured the pawn on e5, which would have defended his knight on d5, and he would have still continued the game. But the moment he moved his knight to b6, it allowed white to immediately pounce and attack and win the game very, very quickly. Right? Let's look at another one. Looking another one on Alikin. Okay, the same opening but a different variation, right? So e4, knight f6, e5, knight d5, knight f3, d6, bishop c4. So here he went knight c3. He didn't want to play the Alikin. So he said, okay, you play e5, then we convert it to 4 knights or another opening. But black went to d5. Now you play e5, knight d7. What should white play here?
Bishop to b5.
When you get a chance to push and break this structure around the king, you just do it, right? You went e6, went to e6, now opens the king, right?
yeah.
So what should white play here?
The white should move the queen to h5.
I go d4. Basically make sure the center is still fixed, all right? You can't push the pawn because then I will win a piece, right? So I also make sure that I develop the pieces, right? I'm not going immediately for the attack. After knight f6, I go bishop f4. After c6, I go knight f3. See, white is developing all his pieces. Knight d7, bishop d3. After c5, I go knight g5.
Black has so many pieces on the bench.
Why so many pieces?
Black has so many. He has still some pieces to develop.
That's right. His bishops are still not developed.
In the
And after
bench,
knight,
yeah.
so what should black play here? What should black play?
Pawn to b6. Allow the bishop to develop.
You think pawn to b6 is a good move?
We've already let our bishops develop, though.
What is white threatening here? That's the first question. Whenever opponent moves a piece, the first thing you look for is what is my opponent threatening? What should I look for? Is there something there on the board which I can't see? What is the knight doing on g5?
He's trying to threaten e6.
And what would have happened if you played b6?
The knight would have taken and then the queen would be forked with the bishop.
Queen is trapped. Queen has no square to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so b6 is not a good move, all right?
But it can
So
go
what?
to C. Oh yeah, it can.
I can't. The knight will kill it.
All right. So what is the next move? Okay, so let's start thinking of one move after the other.
Queen to b6.
That's a nice idea. Now what should white play? White now just goes all in, right? He has all the pieces he needs. Black is still not developed. Black has still got the knights on a bad position. The center is closed for black. Black cannot get his bishops out into play. And how does white
Knight to
use
a4.
knight to?
Knight to a4.
What's the idea of knight to a4? What are you
Push the
trying to
queen
do?
back.
Is there a better move than that? Right. So think, take your time, take 5 minutes. I'll give you 5 minutes. I want you to write down the move and not say it out loud. Right? Knight a4 is not a bad move, but do you find a better move than that? That's the question.
I sent it.
You're giving away a piece free, Ayon. No problem. I understood what you meant, but the point is that's a free piece on the board. You're giving away a piece free. I thought you would win a piece or win the game. No worry, man. You're losing, giving away a piece for free. Same thing what he did.
I sent it.
Raghav. Okay, all three of you. Raghav was close, but it is the other piece, Raghav. It is the other piece, and not the piece you mentioned. Yes, our square is right, but the piece is not. All right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, the move is go knight b5, right?
That was what I was trying to think.
Now you know why knight b5 wins the game.
What?
Can you visualize why knight b5 wins the game? What is the threat? What is white threatening now?
A pawn?
Now,
No, knight
No,
to c7.
what happens after knight c7?
The king has to move to d. No. Yeah, the king has to move to d8.
Okay, then what happens? What happens after king d8?
Oh yeah, then the knight moves to e6 to mate.
No, queen captures e6, and it's not a mate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good try. Keep thinking. You are there. You're getting there. I'm very happy that you're getting there.
oh yeah, wait. You moved.
Yeah,
the,
good. Type it out.
the white knight.
Yeah. That's good.
Oh my God.
Come on, Raghav. You found the move. Finish it.
Mm. Oh yeah.
Type it out. Don't. Right. Let everybody think. Let everybody have a chance. Come on, Raghav.
Wait.
Guys, you're all on Facebook Live now. People are seeing you. Okay. Let's do it.
Okay, that's
Okay. All right. How many? Really? I don't think people are looking at us.
Yes, yeah.
There are 12.
They
There are
can
12 of
probably
them.
hear us. I think
There are
they
12
can
of them.
12 viewers.
Yeah, that's right.
How many
Ah.
viewers are there?
Okay.
Not the right move, Raghav. Think a little deep. Think a little deep. The pawn would capture if you go there. Think a little deep. You're finding the either you're finding the right square or finding the right piece. Yeah. Think. Good. That's right, Ayon. And what happens after that?
I sent mine.
What? Write the squares properly, Ayon. Your second move of the night is not the right square. Just think. Make sure that you write the squares properly.
Oh yeah. Ah.
Yeah. Good. That's it. Raghav, come on.
I think I sent it 2 answers.
Good. Ayon has got it right. Okay. So now, Raghav, not the right piece. The other piece should go there, as usual. I'll give you a minute's time, and then I will give you the answer. All right. So, Aryaman, you want to try again?
No, it's
Did you
fine.
get it right?
No.
No, right? Okay. Yeah? Can I give the answer?
Yep.
So the
Yeah.
move is knight c7. All right. So, okay. If a6, then knight c7 forces the king to go here, and knight f7 is mate. Okay.
Oh. Yep.
All right. Yeah, but so this is the threat. So what does white do? The white can play, black can play basically 2 moves. One is to play e6. But what happens after e6? We find a win. How does white win after e6?
You can move the knight on g5 to e6.
first capture the pawn. After c5, I capture this piece. And when you capture this, I go f7 check. And
Oh.
checkmate.
Okay.
Right? So the pawn just keeps going along. All right. And the other move is, after this, the other move is to capture queen takes b5, but then you lose your queen. All right. Yeah. So that's one variation. All right. And yeah, so I hope you liked the whole session today, right?
Yeah.
Back to you, Balaji.
Okay. So we had time to look at the openings. We also looked at what can we do to checkmate. Sometimes the difference between a checkmate and capturing a chess piece may be just one move. I've seen scholastic players like you where you go behind the queen to capture the queen, but we may overlook a one move checkmate. So that's the reason why it may be, yes, capturing queen is the most valuable chess piece you can capture, but there's nothing like a checkmate. Yeah. So take your time. You may be so close to win the game. You may go after a queen rather than a checkmate. So take that into consideration. So we are going to, if you have not signed up for the Friday tournament, please sign up. That way we want to make sure that whatever you're learning in the camp this week, you are able to apply it immediately in our monthly or in our weekly tournament. So this is a good opportunity for you to play on Friday. So Raghav, let's start from you. What is that you learned something today which you think you will be able to apply in your chess games? You're all, I'm hoping you're all taking notes. Just keep a notebook and a pencil next to you. That way, any opening we learn, any tactic we learn, you'll be able to write it. That way, when you go through your notebook, you'll be able to analyze, oh, this is what we learned today. Okay. So Ayun, let's start with you. What is it you learned today? What you think you'll be able to apply in your next game?
So I learned that if you develop all your pieces, you have a bigger chance of winning. And also, if you capture the queen, like the first half of the game is already over.
Yep.
I can apply that in games and use it as a strategy.
Excellent. Ayaman?
I learned that if you push out the king early and you play the right moves, then you can easily mate the king very easily.
Raghav, we learned another new opening today. Can you tell me the name of the opening?
The French.
Huh?
Good.
French.
Perfect. So keep on learning. And then I had some difficulty yesterday in sending the recording. So I have to send it late evening. Hope you got it. And then please try to do the assignments. And then we will, as Coach Jacob said, we will review both yesterday's assignment and today's assignment first thing tomorrow morning before we go into the class. Okay?
Okay.
Very good. I will see you I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye. Bye.